Ever wonder why Harry Potter, Luke Skywalker, and Frodo Baggins feel so similar? Or why the same story patterns show up across different cultures and times? Today, we're exploring myth criticism, where we discover how ancient patterns and universal symbols appear in everything from Greek myths to modern blockbusters. Hi, my name is Moana, and this is my reading buddy Spike. And I'm a reading and writing lover who disliked English class as both a student and and a teacher. And I am now documenting my journey of rediscovering my love for words. This video is part of my literary theory series where I discuss different ways of analyzing books and reading them more deeply. To see more from this series, check out the link to the playlist in the description. Today, we're diving into myth criticism, which shows us how stories that seem totally different might actually be telling the same ancient tales. Oh, sorry. With myth criticism, we think of stories like recipes where we have different ingredients and different flavors, but the same basic patterns and universal human experiences. So I know that this sounds very similar to structuralism, which we talked about in a previous video, but there is a subtle difference. With myth theory, we Spike. Oh my gosh.
Marker.
With myth theory, we would look at a story and see how it reflects the same motifs and patterns that we would normally see in ancient myths. With structuralism, we would analyze how different literary elements in the story relate to each other to create meaning. Myths almost always follow the same structure, which we refer to as the hero's journey. The hero's journey usually includes particular stages in the story, such as the call to adventure, crossing the threshold, tests and allies, the supreme ordeal, and the return with elixir. We see these in ancient myths as well as in Marvel movies where we're basically seeing the same story over and over again but with different characters and details. There are certain characters that we often see in myths such as the hero warrior, one of them being Achilles in Greek mythology, while in Marvel movies we have Captain America. We also have gods such as Zeus from ancient myths, as well as Thor in Marvel movies. Some common themes that we see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe include creation, destruction, and the balance of power, which we also see in ancient mythology. So what I find really interesting is that we have this basic story structure that has endured for centuries, and while people enjoyed them a long time ago, we still enjoy them today. Mythological stories endure because they address universal human themes like creation, good versus evil, love, loss, and the hero's journey. So whether you are living in ancient Rome or now in the 21st century, you can still relate to these ideas and myths. So just to make it a little bit clearer, because I know that I was a bit confused with myth theory at first, since it sounded too similar to structuralism, to analyze stories through the lens of myth criticism, we need to ask, who is the hero? What's their journey? What symbols appear? And which archetypes show up? Remember that a myth typically includes elements like supernatural beings such as gods and goddesses, heroic characters, a fantastical setting, a quest or a journey, a conflict explaining natural phenomena or human behavior, a moral lesson, and often involves transformations or changes in form, all set within a story that aims to explain the origins of the world or certain aspects of human life and nature. These are the things that we look for in myth criticism. So I hope that this video was helpful in understanding myth criticism, and if you have any thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. Next time, we are going to discuss critical race theory in literature, where we'll explore how race shapes storytelling, representation, and power in texts. From Toni Morrison to Claudia Rankine, we'll examine how authors challenge traditional narratives, reveal hidden perspectives, and transform how we read both classic and contemporary literature. We'll look at how race influences who gets to tell stories, whose stories get told, and how those stories are received. Thank you so much for joining me for this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to see more of my bookish content. Until next time, happy reading and see you soon. Bye!